Wasn't really expecting to go first, but here we go. Wrote this one trying to fall asleep, like most things. Kept running the same sentence over and over again in my head, and I figured I might as well write it down because the idea was pushing to come out. Strange though, because I never did this, but I kept apologizing and saying, I'm sorry that I pissed on the Christmas tree. But Cabaret and Chardonnay contest each other constantly. How do you get up there? Hang on a second, I want to come up too, but I guess I gotta find a ladder first. Where would I find a ladder in the desert? I knew an adder once. He lived in the desert. His name was Al. Al was famous because Al the adder added atoms anonymously while the anatomical, astronomical, allegorical, anthropological, angelic, asymmetrical algorithms antagonized arbitrary agnostic assemblages. Breast pumps make feeding a breeze. There are few things better than crispy grilled cheese. Now handouts in the noonday sun will always improve one's overall standing with those in need. Breach the White House if you want to uncover the truth, but only if you've packed enough lembas bread because you might get lost or you might end up dead. Now cranberries make a wonderful spread, and so do your thighs. Now say your goodbyes because it's on to the Canadian Shield, the oldest rocks on the planet, I reckon. The native spirits there gather for a meeting to discuss the endless discomfort of our kind. It's time to beat the drum, do not forget the rum. If I am an overlord, are you an underling? If you're a hammer, am I the anvil? And what's the difference between the inside of a marshmallow and the outside, I wonder? Wiggle, 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 yeah, LMFAO, whoa, you are just so painfully, incredibly deep. Why can't morality be as common sense and common decency are uncommon? Do you prefer a hot or a cold shower, pink or blue, me or you, time or love, hate or marbles, Bryan Cranston or Gary Oldman? Don't make me choose, I'm pretty sure my brain just caught fire there. By the way, did you know that the brain is the most important organ in the body? Well, I mean, according to the brain, that is, and that's a rather biased opinion if you ask me. It's time for another election, but first I must deal with this awkward erection. Or maybe that should wait for the booth. If I come in the ballot box, am I voting for myself? 11-11, make a wish. Done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is the year 2020 and Aaron James Reno has been elected the president of the entire world. Quick, what do my nut juice and Michael Phelps have in common? They're both great swimmers. Extra, read all about it. The NRA thinks it's okay to put a gun in every hand and a hand on every gun. Wouldn't that be fun? Preschoolers have been known to eat glue and take plenty of naps, but did you know that most would trade their favorite snack just to make a new friend? Let's play pretend. I'll be me, and you be you, only we're everything we ever wanted to be. We got perfect teeth and great skin, and Shark Week is every fucking week. And where no one is afraid to express themselves, because hate is just a concept that everyone refuses to acknowledge. Where you and I aren't afraid to be in love, because love is also just a concept that can be constantly changing like a carefully calibrated kaleidoscope image. Committed to crashing in on itself continuously, to connect with something surreal and slide seamlessly sideways without losing any of its brilliance. Like a bounty of blossoms blowing blissfully between the branches of a burlesque battleship. If you were real, I'd marry you. If it would make you stay, I'd use super glue. I know I get all squirrely sometimes, and I know that you're scared. Just know that I am too. And that I promise that I'll stay up with you if you just say my name like you love me.